Yo, what is up, fellas and fellettes, G's and gentlemen and gentle ladies? We are here at the. So we're gonna do the cooling system this video, and I might get the shifter put in this video too. The customer came by yesterday, and he brought some sheet metal from the junkyard, and he made his own transmission tunnel. And I like it, Picasso. This is exactly how I did the transmission tunnel in my Cuda. Nice, straight to the point, gets it done. Bam, transmission tunnel. He also got this piece, which is a really good piece because it's a little bit stiffer, and that's what we'll mount the shifter to, rather than this. This isn't bad. This could definitely have worked, but this will kind of give it a level spot to mount it. Probably mount it up a little, kind of level it out like this, but we'll see. We'll get to that. Now, so the first thing I want to do is get the fans hooked up, because that's really going to take the longest. I mean, this is going to take the longest because all I got to do for the coolant crossover is we're going to take this bad boy and we are going to slap it in right there. Just going to go right there, and then this port is going to connect to your coolant crossover on the head, which that's loose, which that's actually not a bad thing at the moment. Oh, I also have to, where are them little things at? Okay, I think I'll put them in here. The block-off ports. The back of these heads don't have the block-off ports on them, which is awesome because they're not easy to get to now that I have the wiring harness and everything in the way. So this might actually take longer than hooking up the fans, but we will see. And if this video isn't 8 hours long, we will do that shifter, because that's pretty simple. But you're thinking, Anthony, why are you getting rid of the relays? Well, because this relay setup requires you to use like a water temp sensor, because if you don't, because there's no way to set it up, it doesn't hook up to the computer or anything. It's basically a standalone relay setup. I have tried every which way to get this relay setup to work to where both fans come on at the same time. I can only get it to where this fan comes on, so I'm just assuming that this green pin or this blue pin, I think the blue is power. This green pin is supposed to connect into a water temp sensor, and it turns this fan on at a certain time. So we're just going to completely get rid of that and just run this fusible. Oh boy, where'd you go? Okay, good. Run this fusible link for key on power at the fuse block. I mean, you guys. That's what I fucking sound like, being acoustic. You guys, if you've been around long enough, you have seen me run the fan straight to the key, and a lot of you wonder why, and it's simple. We live in Texas. Everybody's car that I've done, we live in the South, so there's no such thing as cold weather, except for like 1 week out of the year, and it's hot down here, so you're gonna have the fans on from the beginning anyways, so might as well just do it with the key. I can put it on a switch. I have put them on relays, because on some older vehicles, and we'll see with this one, I've had it to where I had to put it on a single relay, because the fans, they still spin after you shut it off, and that will back feed power through the system to the fuse block, and it'll keep the ignition on until the fans completely stop, and then the car shuts off. So we'll see if that happens. I'm just going to rig this up, just to test that. And then if it does, we'll have to order just a single relay. I don't have any, or I can just go get one from the store. From O'Reilly's. But yeah, so let me get started on this. Oh, I fixed my Lieutenant Dan, so I can set y'all up until He loses his legs again. But all right, let's quit the yapping, get to trapping. All right, all right, all right. So hitting them corners a little too hard over there, playboy. Somebody just pulled in. That's good, that's good. We'll cut it all the way up to here. Up to here. So I got a question. What kind of music do you listen to? Let me know in the comments, because although it might look like, given my facial structure, that I listen to like rock, old school rock, like 80s, 70s rock, AC/DC, Eddie Van Halen, Metallica, but I don't like that stuff. I know, I apologize. But I like Nickelback, Three Doors Down. I'm trying to think of something else. Yeah, that's about it. Rap though, rap and country. I like me some rap and country. Well, I'm in Texas. I have to like country. It's kind of like they'll throw you in prison if you don't like country. Okay, hold on. But you gotta be careful, because somebody's like, you got, who's the king of country? You're like, Morgan Wallen. They're like, put him down. They'll shoot you over some shit like that here in Texas. It's crazy out here. It's wild, wild west. I'm always packing. Should ask your mom. Ask your mother. Okay, let's get to it. So, it's very simple. I mean, so there's the actual fan wires are blue and black. Blue is power, black is ground. But these wires, I believe, were part of the harness. So they had red and black, so red power, red ground. So all I'm gonna do, or all we're gonna do, since we're doing this as a team, although it feels like a one-man show, you're gonna take your grounds, put them together. You're gonna take your positives, put them together, and let's just test both fans. Take them straight to the battery, but I can't because the wires aren't long enough. So, hold on. Okay, that wasn't supposed to be. Damn, that wasn't supposed to happen. Like, I was trying to be funny, but I wasn't trying to get myself back to work. What do you mean by that? Nothing. I'm just saying. I meant back to work on this, not back to. You know what? Never mind. I might get canceled. Oh no! Don't cancel the guy that builds shit boxes. That'd be horrible. Okay. See if it works. Yes, sir. Okay. Let me get to actual wiring, and I will speed this up for you. See you in a couple seconds. All right, so got it all wired up. Just got to clean it up now. I got to run in over here and give it a little bit more slack so it'll kind of hide in the corner. Got to run it through the firewall. So what's really weird is this, for some reason, this fuse block doesn't have a single spot for key-on power. Even the ignition spot, there's three ignition spots. None of those have key-on power. So that's really weird. The only spots that have power have constant battery power, even with the key off. So I had to run it to the switch itself again. So we got fan, fuel pump. Well, no, we have fan and power for the harness and computer, which runs the fuel pump on the switch. Everything's got a fusible link, so we won't burn down. But let's see if I lose it. Let's see if it either gives me continuous power or it cuts off when I turn the switch off, which it should, because the switch is definitely not going to have power backfeed through it like the fuse block would. But let's just see. Nope, we're good there. So, I'll clean that up later. Let's get to putting the... Oh, I gotta do these. Where even are you back there? That's gonna be a pain, but let's do that, and then I'll cut my hands up in a little bit. All right, players and playettes, thugs and thugettes. You can go with it. We are going to snippity snap right about here. So, okay, just tap the water pump. This water pump is the entire bracket system for this accessory, for the accessories. This water pump is too expensive to tap. Trust me. You don't believe me? Go look up the Holley mid-mount front accessory system. Trust me, you're not going to put a hole in that water pump. So we're going to do it this way. Do it about right there. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what might... No, yeah, we got to do it in the middle. You don't want to try and put this on like where it's close to a curve or something, because obviously that's not going to work. So let's find the middle. Close enough. Might need to cut a little bit out, but we might get away with just squeezing it in there. Like a glove. Okay, now I just need to... Oh. Okay. I gotta turn this fitting. Oh, no. No, I could do it that way. Okay. So, we're gonna have to... Go right. Oh. I don't know how... You wanna know how... Did y'all even see me that whole time? How different my music taste is throughout the day in my head. 1 minute. I'm doing. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. And then the other minute it's, hello, darling. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. You're just as ugly as you used to be. All right now, darling. Okay, we'll go about right here. And we'll always love you. Okay, yeah. Okay. Almost done, almost done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stop. What do you guys think about me selling the Cuda? What do you think about that? Because then I could build more stuff for the channel. But I will never, unless I make a boatload of money, find a factory black Cuda that's rusted out like that. And just, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And then I'm not thinking about it. And then sometimes I catch myself thinking about it. So, I don't know. Tell me. Even though what you tell me isn't really going to matter because I do whatever I want. I just want to apologize to abso-fucking-lutely nobody. I gotta quit cussing. I'm sure a lot of you that have kids that watch this, if they watch it, aren't a fan of that, so I apologize. I'll chill out on it, I promise. Ah, fuck. Now, I promise, now. Alright, there we go. Then I'm just gonna whambity bam bam like this. Nice and curved. Nice big black, okay, sorry. Sorry. Alright, so it is a, well, where did you come from? You just appeared. Anyways. Focus. Focus. But we have everything in there, like swimwear. Got this all tidied up. Oh, sorry, spoke a little too soon. You just hide on over there. Just need to pull it over there some more and really get her tucked away. Deal with that later on. But key's good, or on and off power's good. Both fans come on. Now this is the part that I wanted to show you guys the most, because if your swap overheats, it is not because your radiator isn't doing its job. It's not because your fans aren't doing its job. It's because you have air in the heads. That is always the number one cause, unless unless you have a radiator that's literally not flowing. But I'm gonna say 99.9% of the time, you have an air pocket in your cooling system, and 99.9% of the time, it is in the heads. So what I do is I'll fill the radiator up. Now, it's going to take a hot minute. This process isn't going to just take 30 seconds and then you're ready to go. This is how I do it. So you can see my vehicle is already on a slight incline. Get it up. Get the front end up just on a little bit of an incline. You don't have to jack it way up, but just get it up there so that your air comes up. And then I like to loosen. This is already loose, but I like to loosen the front crossover ports, because the air is literally, it's going to be in the heads. So you can either get it directly out of there, or another thing is, and this is going to take a hot second, and this is most likely what we're going to do right here, is fill this up, and then you just let this bad boy run, let the thermostat open. I have no clue what temp thermostat is in this, but I'm going to hook up my HP tuners and everything and watch the temp as it goes, and it's going to get hot. So don't be afraid. It's going to get up to 210, 215, 220, 225, 230. And you're going to have coolant constantly just busting out of this bad boy. You know what I mean? Busting. Well, me and you. Okay, sorry. Never mind. Not the time. And it's just going to be puking out. Puking. And you'll literally see all the air bubbles come out with it. And then one or two things are going to happen. One, while it's running, it's just going to magically stop, and it's going to suck down all that coolant into the system, and then you know you're good to go, and your temperature will drop significantly. Or you're going to do it, and we'll do this for like 20 minutes. It'll just keep coming out, puking out everything, puking out all the air, and then it'll suck it down a little bit, and then you just shut it off, let it sit, and then overnight you'll come back out here and your radiator will be practically empty because it cooled down and the air came up and the coolant went down into the engine. So don't be afraid running this for a while and getting it up to some hot temps, because that's just how it's going to go. A lot of people will tell you, well, just jack up the front of the car, fill the system through the upper radiator. You could probably do that. I've never done it. I do it this way. All I'm saying is this is how I do it. If you want to do it another way, obviously that is your choice. So let me finish filling this up, set y'all up, get my computer hooked up. I put transmission fluid in it yesterday. I put 8 quarts, and that should be plenty to not burn up the front pump in the transmission. I got to get under here and zip tie some stuff out of the way of the header, because I saw last night that there's just slightly a little piece of oh my god, why did I just, the plastic thingy, the loom, oh my goodness, was touching the header and getting melted. So I gotta zip tie that up out of the way, and then we will bleed this cooling system, and I don't know what's after that. So that's just we can't have no more issues. Oh, another thing, hopefully it runs long enough, because if it starts running funky, I'm going to have to shut it off, because that cam sensor, but I guess we'll just find out. So let's see how that goes. Okay. Hooked up, zip tied out of the way. Just trying to think yep, we got everything. Everything's ready to go. That's still hooked up. Okay. Let's fuck some shit up. Okay, so it hit 230 on the engine coolant temp like 45 seconds ago. Shut it off, and it sucked down all of that coolant. And now, obviously, I hit it with, I wanted to cool everything off, so I hit all this up. But it dropped down to that within like 15 seconds. So I'm gonna, I'll just do it while. Oh, be gentle. Oh yeah, nice and slow. Well, we're gonna start it back up and see if it stays that way, if it starts. I need to clear the code. That's some bullshit. Okay, see how it just continues to drop? Really? You just don't want to start? Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Come on. And that was only a trans fluid temp, too. You raggedy hoe. You motherfucker, you better start. About to crash out. Okay, we'll be back. Okay. Right. So about 20, maybe even 30 minutes later, I still did all that stuff, still getting a bunch of air bubbles. So what I'm going to do is, usually this works for me also, which I already explained, but I'll get it hot. I'll run it for a good while. I'll get a lot of the air bubbles coming out of the radiator. And then I'll do that 4 or 5 times. Make sure you give it RPM so you can spin that water pump and it really pushes that fluid and air through. And then once I've done it, as many times as I'm comfortable, I'll let it sit, cool down overnight. And every time I've done that, I'll come out the next day and the radiator will be completely empty, because once it cooled down, air did this, coolant did that, and that bleeds the system. Now, like I said, that's just how I do it. All I'm saying is that's how I do it. You don't have to do it how I do it, but that's just how I do it. But anyways, appreciate you watching. Hope this video wasn't too long, just for a cooling system. So I'm not gonna do the shifter in this video. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on doing the shifter. I don't know if you'd like to see a video doing the shifter. Let me know in the comments. There's not a whole lot to it. It's pretty simple, but at the same time, I've done them before, so maybe I'm thinking as someone that's done it, and I'm like, oh, it's just this real quick. Maybe you don't know how to do it, so you want to see me do it so that you know how to do it. Or anyways, I appreciate you. Hold on. Your mom's calling. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking right at him. Yeah. I told you I'll be done in a minute. Yeah, I told you I'm looking right at him. Okay, I'll tell him. Okay. Bye. She said get off your lazy butt and go build something. So I'll see y'all next video.